حلقة سياسية أخرى، وهذه المرة بناء على طلبكم عن المسرحية between Israel and Iran. And accept my apologies for being late. I was so busy. I was up to my neck. So how this show all began, it all began when Israel, or the Israeli army, attacked the Iranian Consulate in Syria. This is how it all began. What happened next, dude? You know, as you know, and this is the usual of Iran, Iran vowed to retaliate, to strike back the Israelis. And I was on the edge of my seat, you know, to see that happening on the real ground. As you know, much ado about nothing. Iran is all talk. Iranians talk the talk, but they never walk the walk. They never do what they say. That's the usual of Iran. But this time, you know, something happened, even surprised to me. I don't know if it was surprising to you. Did you believe it? Iranians struck back. But the question is, السؤال هو هل كانت مسرحية هزلية? Was it a farce? Was it a farce? هل كانت مسرحية? Now I'm going to tell you what I believe. You might take what I believe. You might reject it. You might agree with me. It's up to you. The ball is in your court. What I'm about to say is my personal assessment of what happened between Israel and Iran. Iran was forced to strike back. Was forced like Israel and America left Iran with no other choice. One choice, to strike back. Otherwise, Iran would lose face. You know, would lose face, تفقد ما وجهها. فإيران wanted to save face. أرادت حفظ وجهها. أمام مين? You know, in front of the international community, in front of its proxies. اللي هي proxies, you know, the proxies in Yemen and some other countries, because, you know, Israeli army or Israel struck the Iranian consulate, and according to the international law, this is a sovereign territory. Like, this is an Iranian sovereign territory. So by the international law, Iran has the right to self-defense. Iran has the right to strike back. So it was a chance, but at the end of the day, this is what I assume, this is what I believe deep in my heart, it was planned and agreed upon by the US, Israel, and Iran. The attack itself, like Iran didn't wake up at the next day and decided like, okay, I'm gonna strike back without informing the Americans, without informing the Israelis indirectly through, you know, the diplomatic channels. I don't believe that that happened, but I believe that Iran informed the Americans, as Iran did before, and said to them, okay, we're going to strike you back. There is no doubt. We have no other option. We're going to strike you back, and you have to accept our retaliation or our attack. You have no other choice. So it was planned and agreed upon, you know, by all sides. So even the countdown of the attack, if you remember, the countdown was known to everyone. You know, after launching drones, ballistic missiles or missiles, cruise missiles, you know, Iran told the Israelis and the Americans, we have done so, like, you know, to make the Israelis and the Americans and other countries, okay, our drones and missiles or missiles and cruise missiles are on the way. So, hey, baby, get ready and intercept them. Get them down, dude. That was the plan. So it was planned. It was agreed upon. There's no doubt about it. Why? To be honest, Iran was afraid of, you know, having an all-out war with Israel and America, because, you know, Israel is going to be supported by the American and American allies. So there is no doubt. But Iran, all the time, avoided retaliating, but this time was forced to retaliate. Because, you know, Iran usually keep saying this attack won't go unpunished. This attack won't go unanswered. This attack won't go unnoticed. This is what Iran, or this is the usual of Iran. But this time was totally different. But why Iran was allowed to do so? To be honest, I think it was a bait, and Iranians took the bait, meaning Israel has been under pressure for a long time due to its brutalities in Gaza and the genocide being committed by the Israeli forces against the Palestinians. So Israelis would think, oh, come on, this is the best way, to keep the eyes away from what is happening in Gaza. We gotta strike the Iranian Consulate, and the Iranians have no choice if we do so, have no choice only to strike us back, so we can alleviate international pressure on us by doing so. So they struck the Iranian consulate and left the Iranians with no other choice. So the Iranians decided to strike them back. And you know what happened? All the eyes, the channels on TV, YouTube, videos on social media, the Iranian attack, which was, from my standpoint, at least, I'm trying to be unbiased, but to be honest, it was a comedy show, no more, no less. The reason why I call it a comedy show, because and everybody knows that the Iranians have been saying this for years. If Israelis dare to attack our sovereign territory, we're going to get the hell out of them. We're going to remove Israel from the map. We're going to destroy it. And when the chance was granted to them, at the right time, at the right place, to, revenge, to support the Palestinians who are being massacred, killed by the Israeli forces every day. And those Palestinians were pushed by the Iranians to attack Israel, and they were told, like, we're going to be behind your back, we're going to support you, fight with you, but they were left alone to fight the Israelis alone, and Iranians walked away, and they, they have been disturbing us. Come on, we just need the chance. We need the chance to be granted. We're going to attack. You're going to see what we're going to do if Israelis dare to attack our sovereign territory. When the chance was granted, they disappeared, and they launched a weak attack on the Israeli forces or on Israel, and nothing happened. Zero casualties, believe it or not. It was time to flex muscles, but it was time for a show of force, but nothing happened, sadly. And still, a lot of people across the Middle East may buy the Iranians' claims that they are defending Palestine and Palestinians, but nothing happened. By this, I've come to the end of today's short video. If you like it, throw this video a like and a comment. As we know that the Iranian attack was a storm in a teacup. يعني زوبعة في فنجان. وكمان علشان نكون برضه مش biased, the Iranian attack changed the rules of engagement. Super easy. وطبعا Iran used its proxies as pressure cards. وكمان مصطلح أخير, hold accountable, hold responsible. Iran and Israel are rogue countries, and they must hold accountable or responsible for their brutalities. This is me saying again, see ya.